Thank you, Dr. Woodson, for that sage and inspirational presentation. Next are the CUNY School of Medicine Icon and Social Mission Awards presented by Dr. Rosa Lee. Dr. Lee is the CUNY School of Medicine Associate Dean for Curriculum and Assessment. She received her BS from Amherst and MD from the Icon School of Medicine. She did her residency in internal medicine primary care at UCSF and came to Sophie Davis in 2011, first as a faculty overseeing the longitudinal clinical experience, then the Introduction to Clinical Medicine course, and then she became the Assistant Dean for Clinical Curriculum prior to her current role as the Associate Dean for Curriculum and Assessment. She has been instrumental in the development of the CUNY School of Medicine's clinical curriculum and its successful LC accreditation. Please welcome Dr. Rosa Lee.
Thank you, Dean Friedman. As part of our commencement celebration, CUNY School of Medicine is presenting 2 awards to honor individuals and organizations whose life and work embody the mission upon which CUNY School of Medicine was created, and whose support of our program and our students have been instrumental in creating and sustaining our medical school. The first award is the Icon Award, which is presented to an individual in recognition of his visionary leadership and commitment to social justice and advancing equity in healthcare. Here to present CUNY School of Medicine's inaugural Icon Award to its recipient, Dr. Jack Geiger, is Dr. Lori Zephyrin, Vice President of Delivery System Reform at the Commonwealth Fund and a Sophie Davis graduate from the class of 1997.
It is such an honor for me to present Dr. Geiger with this inaugural Icon Award. Dr. Geiger is truly an icon of human rights, of civil rights, and social justice. He is the embodiment of a life well lived, of using one's gifts and power in the service of the global community, of using medicine as an instrument for social change, which we see today is needed more than ever. He is founding member for Physicians for Human Rights and Physicians for Social Responsibility. He created the model of community health centers, which continues to serve millions of poor and disadvantaged people. I met Dr. Geiger in 1992 when I entered as a freshman in CUNY Medical School. Dr. Geiger actually founded the Department of Community Health and Social Medicine, also known as CASM. And this department, CASM, is an essential foundation of CUNY Med School connected to the core ethos of the institution. I was instantly captivated by his work, his stories, his vision. I loved his classes. I consider him a mentor. Thinking back, I'm still inspired by our conversations throughout my career. His mentorship when I spent time in KwaZulu-Natal or South Africa or in Boston or even today. In CASM, we learned to question who got sick, why people got sick, what happened to them in the health system, what happened when they went home to their communities. He imparted upon us the responsibility to understand social, racial, economic, and political phenomena that impact health and communities. His famous quote, which predated his time at Sophie Davis, stands out. The last time I checked my medical textbook, the specific treatment for malnutrition was food. So why doesn't food count as healthcare in this country? This question was raised by Dr. Geiger in 1965. Fast forward, there is now a national conversation of how health outcomes are overwhelmingly the result of where people live, access to healthy food, and the social stressors that are experienced. Health is about communities and people's ability to support and raise their families and opportunities for education and economic stability. He's not only inspired me, but a generation of those committed to true health as human rights and utilizing medicine as a vehicle for social change. Many years later, I've come across countless people who have been impacted by his words, his life, his work. We're in the midst of an unprecedented time in history. The impact of the coronavirus pandemic has revealed our society's challenges, our health system challenges, and uncovered the deep inequities in our society, while at the same time building an increasing recognition of the value of health and the importance of addressing social inequities that affect health. This pandemic has shined a light on the inequities that you've been calling out for your entire career, Dr. Geiger. Your vision is needed even more today than ever, and I'm optimistic to say that you've inspired a generation of leaders that are at the forefront of affecting change. It is my honor today to present Dr. Jack Geiger with the CUNY School of Medicine Sophie Davis Biomedical Education Program Inaugural Icon Award in recognition of your visionary leadership and impact on the school's mission and students, and your lifelong commitment to human rights, social justice, and access to quality health care for the most vulnerable people. Thank you, Dr. Geiger.
Thank you for this award. It was a high point of the effort by my friends and colleagues at CUNY to register our concerns for human rights.
The second award is the Social Mission Award, which is presented to an organization in recognition of its achievements in advancing the social mission in healthcare by reducing healthcare disparities, improving diversity in the healthcare workforce, and advancing equity in healthcare. This award also recognizes the impact of the organization in supporting CUNY School of Medicine towards fulfilling our social mission as well. I am deeply honored to present the inaugural Social Mission Award to this year's recipient, Urban Health Plan, along with its founder, Dr. Richard Izquierdo, and its CEO and president, Ms. Paloma Izquierdo Hernandez. The careers of Dr. Izquierdo and his daughter, Ms. Izquierdo Hernandez, reflect the deep and lifelong commitment of this extraordinary family in caring for their community of the South Bronx. After completing his training in pediatrics, Dr. Izquierdo opened his first medical practice in the South Bronx in 1962, just 2 blocks from where he grew up as a child. In 1967, he created the San Juan Health Center as a way to provide expanded health services for the residents of the South Bronx who lacked access to such care. In 1974, this clinic site became Urban Health Plan, a federally qualified health center licensed by the Department of Health. With Dr. Izquierdo's bold vision and Ms. Izquierdo Hernandez's passionate and unwavering leadership as the organization's CEO and president, Urban Health Plan has expanded from its original one-site facility in the South Bronx to become one of the largest community health centers in New York State. Urban Health Plan now consists of a network of federally qualified health centers providing primary and comprehensive healthcare services for patients in medically underserved communities across the Bronx, Central Harlem, and Queens. Urban Health Plan has been recognized nationally as a leader in clinical excellence and innovation, from being named one of the top 20 community health centers in the country by the Bureau of Primary Health Care, to receiving a National Exemplary Award for reducing asthma-related hospitalization rates in the South Bronx. Recognizing how social determinants impact the lives and health of patients and communities, Urban Health Plan fulfills its mission of improving the health of its community by being more than just a health clinic. It is an agent for social change and community economic development. In addition to being the largest employer in its 10459 zip code, Urban Health Plan serves as the institutional partner to Dr. Richard Izquierdo Health and Science Charter School in the South Bronx, a school which was founded by Dr. Izquierdo. It is the first charter school in New York City to offer a career and technical education program geared towards preparing students for jobs in the healthcare sector. As a long-standing clinical training site for our students, Urban Health Plan has been a powerful role model for our students in demonstrating how to provide holistic healthcare for underserved communities and improve the lives of its community members by drawing upon the community's strengths and richness rather than solely dwelling on their needs. Dr. Richard Izquierdo Health and Science Charter School is providing service learning opportunities for our students, and it shares in the goal of our summer pipeline program and our school to increase the diversity of the healthcare workforce. We celebrate Urban Health Plan's partnership with CUNY School of Medicine and our shared mission to improve equity through healthcare and education. I'm so proud to present the inaugural Social Mission Award to Urban Health Plan and to Dr. Richard Izquierdo and Ms. Paloma Izquierdo Hernandez in recognition of your longstanding partnership with the school and your steadfast commitment to meeting the healthcare needs of New York City's underserved communities and advancing diversity in our healthcare workforce. Congratulations.
Thank you very much for this award. It is with great pleasure that I accept it.
Thank you for this wonderful award. We are very proud to accept it. Congratulations to all of the graduates.
Good afternoon, all. So for those of you who don't know me, I'm Danny Macbeth. I'm the Associate Dean for Student Affairs. I wanted to say a few words before we move on to the student-centered portion of the program, which is, after all, why we're all here. First, congratulations to our amazing young doctors. You have made this school very, very proud today. I feel that you've heard some very strong words of wisdom and many recurrent themes throughout. I'm going to echo some of those, but I'm going to speak very briefly. I have had the distinct privilege to watch you grow over 7 years. You entered with some uncertainty and you leave as the first class of the CUNY School of Medicine doctors. That is a lasting legacy and one that no one can take away from you. Watching you grow from that first year fresh out of high school to the confident young doctors you are today has been an amazing privilege. I would like to thank each of you for letting me be even a small part of that. You have heard from many today, and the overwhelming theme has been that this school, with our unique structure, has prepared you well to be agents of change in healthcare. No matter your specialty, you will surely advocate for equal access to healthcare for all, and by your very presence, help to diversify the healthcare workforce. Commissioner Zucker's remarks perfectly captured the world you are moving into. This pandemic has highlighted health disparities that we know you will seek to correct. That is what we stand for. That is what we have always stood for in the rich 47-year history of this program. You also carry the legacy of that history as you move forward. We look forward to seeing all of the great things that you will accomplish. It is now my pleasure to introduce Dr. Ria Malhotra and Dr. Justin Molina, who will present some awards to faculty. Doctors, the spotlight is yours.
Hello, everyone. First of all, congratulations, class. Thank you to all the family and friends who are here with us in person, online, or in spirit. Justin and I are so proud of all of us for everything that we've accomplished. We chose this journey when we were as young as high schoolers, if not even younger, and so many years of hard work, determination, and commitment have finally gotten us here. We did it. We wanted to thank each of you deeply for allowing us the incredible opportunity to be your class representatives these past few years. Alongside being a part of our collective roller coaster journey, the two of us have had the immense privilege of getting to know each of you more personally and of carrying your voices. In doing so, we have learned so much about all of you, what you stand for, what your values are, who you are, or who you aspire to be. We know that Sophie has been tough, but it has also brought out so much resilience and light in us. And we are so looking forward to seeing all of us put our strengths into doing the hard and important work ahead of us. We know each of you will make such an amazing difference in your respective field.
Class, thank you for choosing us to be your liaisons to the faculty and staff. As one of our final tasks in this role, we have the pleasure of awarding the faculty members who have made significant impacts on us through our journey. We ask the class to recognize a few individuals who we feel have made especially long-lasting impressions on us and what made those faculty members so special. When we ask that, the list of faculty nominations span wide across both hospitals, which speaks to the level of commitment, education standards, and mentorship you have all provided us. We'd like to recognize one faculty member from each of our two main clinical sites, St. Barnabas Hospital and Staten Island University Hospital, and one from our home of CUNY School of Medicine. Faculty winners, please feel free to unmute yourself and say a few words if you'd like.
On behalf of the graduating class, we would like to present the following awards. The St. Barnabas Hospital Faculty Award goes to Dr. Ernest Patty. Dr. Patty has been an integral faculty member throughout each step of our medical journey. In our early years, Dr. Patty shaped us to be diligent and intentional physical examiners who never forgot that while we look for disease, we are working with a person. He continued to be an excellent leader and educator during our emergency medicine rotations. He is the epitome of a role model as a physician, regularly treating all of his patients with extraordinary respect and empathy. He builds strong relationships with and connects to his patients in a way that we all hope to recreate ourselves. He is the doctor who goes the extra mile, the kind we aspire to be. Dr. Patty has also served as a mentor for countless students. He offers advice and guidance not only in medicine, but also in life. We are so deeply inspired by his optimistic attitude, humility, and sincerity. We thank you, Dr. Patty, for encouraging us and lighting the way in this path from the very beginning.
I have to say I'm speechless right now, and thank you all so very much from the bottom of my heart. I think all of you know how much I enjoy working with all of you, and I'm deeply touched. It has been a difficult past few months for me, as well as for many other folks in the world and in this city of New York. But I want you to know that this touches me near and dear, and I wish all of you the best of luck and look forward to working with you. Always remember to thank those who supported you through the years, your family, your friends, your loved ones. That's so important because many times we get caught up in our work and we forget to say thank you to those who support us. Always remember to thank your patients and always remember to do the right thing. You have to follow your moral compass and your heart. I love all of you and wish you all the best of luck. Thank you so very much.
Thank you, Dr. Patty, for those kind words. The next award is the Staten Island University Hospital Faculty Award, and that's going to Dr. Sarkany. He isn't here to accept this award right now, but it's still an important honor to present it to him. Dr. Sarkany is a fantastic physician and has served as a radiology elective director to many students during our final year. Each block, he made it apparent that he was fully devoted to students' growth and success, regardless of the specialty they aspired to enter. His attention to each student's interests allowed their experiences to be tailored to the future and ensured students would have the opportunity to learn as much as possible during the month that they were part of his team. This attitude was uplifting to many students who became interested in the knowledge he had to offer, even if it wasn't their initial inclination. He always made the time to be present for students in need and offered some of the best, unbiased, and open advice. Through continuously supporting and encouraging students, he became a wonderful teacher and mentor to many. Dr. Sarkany, you have inspired those who have crossed your path, and many aspire to emulate these qualities as physicians and future educators. We thank you for your dedication and commitment to student education. And the last award is going to go to the Sophie Davis and CUNY School of Medicine Faculty Award. That's going to Dr. Lisa Auerbach. Dr. Auerbach has been by our side since the beginning of our transition to medical school and has taken the class under her wings. From taking charge of a curriculum that was turned on its head to every wrinkle that has come since, she has repeatedly demonstrated her desire for our class to succeed and has done everything in her power to ensure that we do succeed. Her willingness to listen to our concerns, view things from our perspective, and take a stance has earned her our full trust and confidence. Tirelessly advocating for the class has probably made her as sleep deprived as some of us at times. Even when she didn't agree with us, she was impressively open and honest and always acted out of respect and fairness. It is clear that she made us a priority and served as an ally and beacon of hope in many trying moments. Dr. Auerbach, your voice and actions have helped guide us to where we are today. Thank you for your continuous support throughout this collective experience.
I feel like I wasn't prepared and I'm too high. Thank you, students, so much. I know that you know it's been the privilege of my career to spend the last 5 years with you. I'm sad because I'm gonna miss every one of you. I'm crying because I'm just surprised, But I just want to say I'm so, so proud of all of you. I knew you could do it. I told you that every day, starting in August of organ systems, and you did it. And I really just am looking forward to see where you go, because I know you know what, I know you have a plan, and you're going to make us all so proud. So congratulations to you, and especially to your families. The only real heartbreak of the day for me is not to get to meet your families. I was so looking forward to that. So congratulations to the class of 2020. Thank you.